newspaper review published by, this article was published by Sahara Reporters. Now let me read it. How children of APC presidential candidate Tinubu acquire US properties worth millions of dollars in cash, despite no known sources of income. Let me read it again. How children of APC presidential candidate Tinubu acquire US property worth millions of dollars in cash, despite no known sources of income. This is it. Sahara Reporters, I'm quoting Sahara Reporter verbatim. I'm quoting Sahara Reporter verbatim. So if you think you know law of libel, let's go there. So I'm waiting for you to come and sue me for libel because I mentioned Tinubu's name. I'm quoting Sahara Reporters. She need any common sense, ni man. Teach any common sense. Because I'm sorry to say it too. I want to be Nigeria. Oku kato for want to be Nigeria. I mean, poverty is a very serious weapon that they are using to control Nigerians. Poverty, deliberate poverty, they are using it to control the mind of Nigerians. So let me read the article again so that whoever wants to jump into the ocean can jump into the ocean. How children of APC presidential candidate Tinubu acquire US properties worth millions of US dollars in cash, despite no known sources of income. So let me read the article for you. There are two sisters in New York City. One is called Abibat Tinubu and the other one is called Zainab Tinubu. So there are two sisters in New York City. Zainab is 32 years old and Abibat is 30 years old. Zainab is 32 years old and Abibat is 30 years old. So the two of them bought properties in US, in New York City. And they don't have any business. Rather, apart from that, their father is a politician and is a former governor of Lagos State. So they bought properties in US, cash. Not, normally if you want to buy property in US, we normally take loan. If you want to buy a property in US, we normally take loan. But these two ladies who are under 33 years old bought properties, cash. They did not take loan. So where did they get the money? Where did they get the money? I'm just asking a question. Simple question. If Zainab Tinubu and Abiba Tinubu can buy properties in US and they pay the money in cash, they did not go through mortgage system, where did they get the money? Where is the money coming from? Where is the money coming from now? So let me read it to you again. Especially youth, Yoruba youth that are following politicians. And then I keep on saying that you people don't have common sense. And I don't owe anybody apology. On a serious note, I don't. If you're a Yoruba youth, I don't owe you any apology. Because somebody came out and did a video and said I insulted Yoruba youth. Yes, I deliberately insulted Yoruba youth. And there's nothing you can do about it. Yes. And I have a right to insult Yoruba youth. Okay? Because I'm enjoying freedom of expression under the law. So, if you're a Yoruba youth and you're under 35 and you're following politicians, you better go for what we call deliverance in church. And don't go to fake church. There are so many fake churches in Nigeria today. There are so many fake churches. There are some churches that the GO will ask you to bring 1 billion naira. So don't go to all those churches. Go to real church for deliverance, because I cannot see any reason why anybody under 35 will be praising a particular politician and the children are buying houses in America and you're in Nigeria praising them, and you that is praising them, that is praising this particular politician, you cannot even afford to scare me. Okay, so let's go further. So Abibat and Zainab, they are 32 and 30 years old respectively. So Abibat bought a house in New York. Abibat bought a house in New York. I'm coming on. Abibat bought a house in New York. No, Zainab bought a house in New York. Let me give you their full names. Zainab Abisola Tinubu bought a house in New York worth $2,150,000. $2 million. So I'm not saying naira. So convert it to naira. Convert that money to naira. So Zainab Abisola Tinubu bought a condo at 5, and I give you the address. I will give you the address of the house. So you know that. So I will give you the address of the house. So the house is at 55 Berry Street, Brooklyn in New York. 55 Berry Street, Brooklyn in New York. That's why Zainab Abisola Tinubu bought her house. And the house is worth $2 million, $150,000, $2,150,000. Very cheap. You can see that the house is very cheap. $2 million. Very cheap now. You know, their father is the richest man in the world. So why, I mean, $4 million. Zainab Abisola, $4 million in New York. $4 million. Very cheap. $2 million cheap to now. $4 million. Because on Mugun wa Nigeria, Thomas on William. Mugun, what Nigeria, Thomas on William. Mugun, what Nigeria, Bruko, Thomas buying some William. So Zainab Abisola Tinubu bought a house at 55 Berry Street, Brooklyn, New York. And I will give you the zip code. The zip code is 11249. And the house is $2,150,000. Very cheap. And she's only 32 years old. Very cheap. Very cheap. And then she bought the house in 2014. She bought the house in 2014. Not even of recent. She bought the house since 2014. And then the sister, the junior sister who is 30, excuse me, let me shock you. The junior sister who is only 30 years old. The junior sisters whose name is Abibat Tinubu. Oh, okay, maybe they name it after Alaja Abibat Mogaji. The junior sister's name is Abibat Tinubu. Abibat Tinubu. And she bought a house at 255 Hudson Street, New York, for $2.4 million. $2.4 million. Very cheap houses. These houses are too cheap. The other sister bought a house for 2.1 million. Then the junior sister bought a house for $2.4 million. Dollars, I'm not saying around. These houses are too cheap. Oh man, to you can 5 million. Oh man, you go self. Oh, you can $5 million ish. Chambe baba on lolo in the world. So you can $5 million naira each. Oh man, you lolo bruko. To you can $5 million. Oh man, they're supposed to have bought a house worth $5 million each. I'm not sure Baba only governor general Eko. So Baba, I mean, Baba. So they ought to have bought properties worth $5 million each. Okay. So the number of the house is 255 Austin Street, New York, and the zip code is 100013. And I did my investigation. It was true that they bought those two houses. In fact, they bought it in 2014. Then on one mile, you can have a load of Facebook. One mile, Bobby, I don't defend Baba. On mile, you can what they put on youth. Okay. So the matter point Yoruba youth on mile, you want Now let me tell people living in Nigeria. Let me tell you now, and let's tell ourselves bitter truth. Between you and me, who's supposed to be more conscious of what is going on in Nigeria? Between me and those living in Nigeria, who's supposed to be more conscious of what is going on in Nigeria? I don't have anything in Nigeria. If you don't know, I don't have anything in Nigeria. I'm not even married to a Nigerian. Yes, the house is no Francis Taro. The houses is don't let me fight with you. One of the houses is 2.4 million. It's not $2 million, oh, 2.4 million. So write it very well. $2.4 million. One of the house. Then the other one is 2.1 million. In fact, $2,150,000. Can you imagine? 32-year-old, 30-year-old, and their ladies. 32, 30. And they are Tinubu's daughters. And then they bought houses of 2 million. And then one idiot will now come to Facebook and said, is our leader. Yoruba Ronu kill you there. Your father and your mother, Yoruba Ronu, will kill you there. Whoever say Yoruba Ronu again, Yoruba Ronu will kill you and your family. Somebody bought a house for her daughter, worth 2.5 million. Another one, and she bought another house worth 2.1 million. No, 2. Sorry, let me give you the correct information. Me too, I'll make a no digress. He bought a house of 2.4 million for a daughter, age 30 years old. Tinubu bought a house worth $2.4 million for a daughter who is 30 years old. And then he bought another house for another daughter, 2.1 million. Oh, you are an estate valuer. Why are you shocked? The houses are cheap now. It's just $2 million. Very cheap houses. Those guys they are bastard. They're supposed to have bought houses of 5 million naira and $5 million each. After all, the father is a billionaire. The father is the richest man in the world. So they should be able to afford. I don't like those guys. They ought to have bought houses worth $5 billion each. $5 million each. $5 million each. Oh my show. Àwọn kan wà àsìníwáyé ni wọ́n. Àsìníwáyé òpónà yíràdà. Àwọn kan wà. Yes, 2.4 million. Yes. One of the houses 2.4 million, another one is 2.1 million. So that's the houses that Tinubu's daughters bought. The daughter, I'm not saying the son. I'm not saying the son, no. I'm not saying the son, no. Listen, no, I'm not saying she. I've never mentioned Sheyi Tinubu. The two daughters, and I'll give you their name. One is called Abibat Tinubu. Another one is called Zainab Tinubu. Zainab is 32 years old. Abibat is 30 years old. Okay, and they are not yet married. So if a single lady can afford to buy a house worth 2 million without any business, without working, then well, let me laugh. Let me laugh. And it's so unfortunate. And then some bastard will come to my inbox and be cursing me because I'm saying the truth and nothing but the truth. Some bastard will come to my inbox and be cursing me. You see, it's so unfortunate. Let's be playing this game. I like the game they are playing now. Okay, the game they are playing, I like it. Shebi, you think you can threaten me with libel, and I will tell you that I'm a lawyer. So what I did today is not libelous. I just the article that Sahara reporters wrote. I reviewed the article. Okay, so if you want to sue anybody, go and sue Sahara reporter. Sahara reporter is the source of my news. So go and sue Sahara reporters. By the time I will finish with some politicians in Nigeria, in fact, they will be worthless. They will be worthless. They won't even have any worth again. How can you be a thief and you are still bragging? You are a thief, or you are bragging. People know that you are a thief, confirmed thief. You are still bragging. And then you want to become president. So that by the time you become president, the whole of Nigeria, you just convert it to your personal property. Can you imagine? Two daughters of Tinubu bought houses. In total, the houses that the two of them bought is more than $5 million. And they are only 32 and 30 years old. And they don't want us to talk. And Yoruba Ronu. Now Yoruba Ronu go kill all of you. When they were killing Yoruba, did Tinubu say anything? When Fulani were killing Yoruba, did Tinubu say anything? So Tinubu did not know that there's Yoruba Ronu when they were killing Yoruba, and Tinubu did not say anything. When they were killing Yorubas, did Tinubu say anything? And now Yoruba go kill all of you. Yoruba no call. Yoruba ro idini. So you see now, you see. You are right now. You are right. He brought Fulani to power. Yes, you are right. And he used money from Lagos to bring a terrorist to become president of Nigeria. He used the money that they acquired in Lagos to bring a terrorist to Nigeria. You are right. So that is it for today. Today, I just did what we call newspaper review. I review an article inside Sharara Reporters. Have I committed any offense? No. Okay. And the programs I've done previously, I stand by them. All the brokers I've made on Facebook, I stand by them. I stand by them. So, if you want to go jump into the ocean, jump into the ocean. Kilo wait concern with overload. So, if you want to jump into the ocean, jump into the ocean. That's none of my business. And then, please, if you're a lawyer and you are a supporter of Yoruba Nation, get in touch with me. If you're a lawyer, anywhere in the world, if you're a lawyer and you are from Yoruba, and you are from Yoruba, and you are a thoroughbred Yoruba son and daughter, anywhere, whether woman or man, either female or female, if you're a lawyer, whether you are practicing or not, it doesn't matter. Please get in touch with me. We need to brainstorm. So get in touch with me. And I'm going to put my phone number on the screen so that if you're a lawyer, please get in touch with me. We need to do some things on behalf of Yoruba nations, which I cannot do alone. So that is it for today. But before I go, I will play music. You know, I don't. It has been a long time that I play music. But before I go, I will play music. So don't forget, Tinubu's daughter bought a house in New York worth 2.4 billion. Why am I mentioning billion self? $2.4 million. 2.4 million. Tinubu, her name is Zainab. No, her name is, one is Abibat, one is Zainab. So both of them, one bought a house in New York, Brooklyn, worth $2.4 million. One bought another house worth $2.1 million. That's it for today. So I'm going to play music before I sign out. So Mama she need every day. And then don't forget, we still have our classes. Our classes is still going on. Our classes is still going on. If I'm not too tired, I might come back today. Then we'll talk about House of Representatives. But if I'm too tired, I will come back tomorrow. So our classes is still going on. 1999 Constitution. And nothing can stop it. Nothing can stop me. When I'm coming back again.